I think that the event that happened at Travis Scott concert was very devastating. It was very shocking. When I heard about the 8 people that passed away at the concert, I was very shocked, and people were injured at the concert. When I heard about this incident, the Holy Spirit immediately wanted me to do this video. And my only purpose is to spread awareness. My only purpose for this video is to spread some spiritual wisdom. Some of you may receive it and some of you may not. But overall, this is what the Holy Spirit wanted me to speak on. Travis Scott was a puppet. And what I mean by this is the physical person that you saw at the concert, that wasn't Travis Scott. No, that was not Travis Scott. That was Travis Scott physically, but spiritually, that wasn't Travis Scott. That was a demon. That was a demon that took over Travis Scott. That was a demon that took over Travis Scott's body, mind, and spirit. The real Travis Scott is gone. The real Travis Scott is no longer there. That was a spirit working through Travis at that concert. And so when I saw the video of, the performance of Travis Scott performing, a lot of people, there was a lot of people. Okay, there was a lot of people there. The crowd was hyped, and you can see just how exciting people were. Travis Scott is a very, big music artist. He's very influential, and so I could understand just how excited his fans were. But me personally, I was not there. I did not attend the concert. But what I can tell you from my point of view is that the concert was very demonic, okay? The performance and everything was very demonic. It was very dark. It was a very dark energy that I was sensing. In the beginning of his show, you could see that there was a dragon that was on fire. There was an image of a dragon on fire, and it was flapping its wings up and down, which we all know what it signifies. It signifies the devil. It signifies the enemy. And when you see those 8 fires shooting up from the ground and shooting up to the sky, you can definitely tell that it symbolized hell. It literally feels like you are in hell. The crowd was packed, and you're not able to have your own space because there were so many people there. You can literally tell that people were like under a spell or something. What many of us don't understand is that we are living in a spiritual world. We are spiritual beings. So therefore, demons do exist, okay? Angels do exist. A lot of demonic activities do take place in this earth. Some of us have already been witness of this. Some of us have seen different things happening in our lives. And for me personally, I did encounter a demon before. I've actually witnessed someone getting possessed before. At that time, I was young, and I knew that from that moment on, that God was real. I knew from that moment on that demons do exist. So moving on, the event that took place at the Travis Scott concert, that wasn't him. That was not Travis Scott. That was a dark spirit. That was a demon that was behind Travis Scott. It was using him as a puppet. It was using him to accomplish his dirty work. It was using Travis Scott to accomplish his plan. Because the enemy is very subtle, okay? The enemy is very sneaky. The enemy wants you to believe that it was the person that did it. But in actuality, it was the spirit behind that person. It was the spirit that used that person to accomplish his will, to accomplish his plan that he had in mind. He wants you to believe that Travis Scott was the one that killed those people at the event. He wants you to believe that he injured those people at the event. But I want you to know that it was not Travis Scott. It was not Travis Scott who did it. It was a demonic spirit that used Travis. 8 people were sacrificed at the event. And they didn't even know that they were going to be sacrificed. They didn't know that they were going to be targeted by the enemy to be sacrificed at the event. I want to spread awareness to the people out there that demons are real. These music that is out right now, certain music that you listen to have spells. And so as for spiritual beings, we have to be careful of what we watch. We have to be careful of what we put into our bodies, because our body is a temple. Our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our gateways. It's a portal. It's an entrance for demonic spirits to have access. That's why we have to be careful of the things that we allow ourselves to watch, the movies that we watch. Sometimes we have to be careful of certain demonic movies, okay? Certain demonic movies can, literally influence our mind. The enemy targets our souls, okay? The enemy targets you because he is after your soul. It is the soul that he is after, because that soul that's within you is what comes from God. That is what keeps you connected to God. But the enemy does not want you to be connected to God. He wants you for himself. Because the more you draw closer to God, the enemy cannot reach you. The enemy cannot have access to you, because your soul is protected, because God has placed a hedge of protection over you. And the enemy does not have power over you. He does not have the power to control you and to manipulate you, because the enemy does not have physical or spiritual power over you, because God is with you. God is protecting you. So therefore the enemy, he cannot reach you. But the only way for the enemy to have access to you is by getting you to fall into sin. The only way for the enemy to have access is for you to allow him in. And the only way for you to allow him in is through the gateways. So be cautious of what you eat. Be cautious of what you watch. Be cautious of what you listen to. You can definitely sense a dark energy when you listen to certain music, when you watch certain movies like Let There Be Carnage, Antlers, spiritual possession, demonic possession. You can literally be possessed by a demon. You can literally be a target for the enemy to use to do his dirty work. People that are behind child abduction, murder, kidnapping are usually people that have given away their powers to the enemy. Their body has become a vessel for demonic possession to take place. Their body has become a vessel for the enemy to use, because you are literally his puppet. And whatever he tells you to do, you do it. And you have no control of it. You don't have no power over it, because you have already sold your soul. You have already lost your soul. But the only way you can get your soul back is through deliverance. It's truly turning your back on Satan and going after God. You have to seek God for deliverance. You have to seek God to save you. You have to seek God to protect you from any evil spirit. That's why prayer is very powerful. It's a powerful tool. Prayer is what you use to fight against the enemy, because the enemy is not going to stop coming after you. Your soul is what he is after. Your soul is precious to God. There was a dream that I received a couple of months ago. Until this day, I still remember this dream. In my dream, I was lying on my bed asleep. And in my dream, I opened my eyes for a split second. And as I looked outside my window, it was very dark outside. But when I opened my eyes, I saw a dark figure. I couldn't really see who it was, but I could just see a dark figure. And what the dark figure was trying to do was, the dark figure was slowly trying to open my window. It looked like someone was trying to break into my home. It looked like someone was trying to break in. Because when the dark figure was slowly opening my window, it was like trying to reach for me at the same time. And as this dark figure was trying to reach for me through the window, I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. I couldn't yell. I couldn't do anything. It was as if I was like paralyzed. My whole body was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I couldn't escape. I couldn't get away. And when I woke up from this dream, it felt so real. It felt like it really happened. I didn't automatically understood what that dream meant. But when I heard about this incident at the Travis Scott concert, I remembered the dream that I had. I felt like God was trying to tell me something. I felt like God was trying to tell me that if we do not get right with him, if we do not give ourselves to God, that we will not be able to escape from the enemy. We will not be able to escape from the enemy's grasp, because the enemy will easily have a way to get in. We must not be deceived by the enemy. This is the time to wake up. This is the time to truly remove the blindfold. This is the time to really seek God, because God is the only way for us to receive protection.